Hello, welcome to another tutorial. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how I made this beautiful green top. If you're interested, please like, subscribe to this channel and share. Thank you. I already got my crepe fabric and this is my bust length 8 inches, my waist length of 16 inches and my top length is 24 inches. So right now I measured my shoulder is 7 inches and my bust is my bust plus 1.5 inch seam allowance, and then my waist plus 1.5 seam allowance. That's my waist divided by 4 plus 1.5 inch for allowance. And also
I
on my
measured my hip circumference divided by 4 plus my 1.5 inch seam allowance.
So right now I'm just going to go ahead to join the lines together. Join it to my top length, from my top length to the waist, and then from my waist to my bust length. I'm just going to join everything together. So right now, after joining, I went to my armhole area and I located the midpoint and went in by 1/2 inch. After going in by 1/2 inch, I connected it to the shoulder line and then used my curve rule also to curve it to the bust length to just shape my armhole. So my armhole area is ready. Right now I'm going to go back to the down part of this top, to the down part of this top, and I'm going to come up by 1 inches. I'm going to be coming up by 1 inches to just give it that slant line at the edge area, at the I don't want my top to just be straight at the down part, to just give it that curve. I'm so sorry that this thing was not really showing in the video. I thought it was showing. I didn't know. I'm so sorry. So now I'm going to go to my neck part, and now on my neck part, my neck width is 3 inches, and then I came down by 1 inches. But what I would advise that you come down by 2 inches. Yes, please come down by 2 inches. So I would advise that you come down by, because I later changed it. I later came down by 2 inches because I noticed that the neckline was choking. So I came down again by 1 more inch. And so from there I'm going to come down by 3.5 inches. Just depend on how deep you want the neckline to be, but me, I came down by 4 inches actually. Then I just use my chalk to just curve it a little bit, because we don't want it to be too opened. We just want a very small opening at that area there. So now right there, I'm just showing you again. I came down by 4 inches. You can make yours 5 inches depending on how deep you want your neckline to be, but mine, I'm going to be coming down by 4 inches. You can make yours 5, you can make yours 6. So right now I went ahead to cut the front piece, because we're already done with the front piece here. So the front piece of our top is ready now. The front piece of our top is ready now. So I went ahead now to place it on the back for the back, and I left about 1.5 inch for the zip allowance. So I left 1.5 inch for my zipper allowance, and then I just placed everything perfectly on the fabric. So remember, I didn't shape out the neckline completely for the front piece. That was because my back neck is going to be the same thing for my front neck. I don't know if you understand. Like, the shaping, the cuff shape is not going to be on the back piece, right? But the neck area, the neck depth is going to be the same for the back piece. You know, we use 3 by 2 inches, so that is the same 3 by 2 inches that we're going to be using. So right now I just located my waist point on my back piece. Now I'm just going to go ahead now to cut it. So on this back piece, we located the waist point, and I went on that waist mark. I went in by 1/2 inch, and then I'm just going to slant it down because I don't want my zip to be bulging at the back. So I'm just going to slant it down. From my neck area, I'm going to come down by 7 inches. So I'm just going to slant it right down too. So right now guys, I'm going to just cut it out. You know, just doing the finishing touches. Right now I'm going to cut it out. Why am I doing this? Remember, I said this because I do not want my zipper to bulge. I don't want to have this bulging zip at the back. So it's just to make everything fitted. So right here now I'm done with cutting the back piece. So now I went ahead to fix my lining, cut lining for the front piece also. I decided to cut my neckline with the lining so that everything can just stay together. So this is what the front is looking like. Now I already also cut lining for the back piece already. After cutting everything, I went ahead to fix everything, turn it together, put the zipper, do every necessary thing that needs to be done, turn it in, fix my zipper. So right now for the rope part of this top, the length I'll be using is 10 inches. Unfold, that will give me 5, and the width rather is 10 inches. Unfold it to give me 5, and the length is 40 inches. Unfold is going to give me 20. So you can use 20, maybe 20 by 10. Yeah, 20 inches unfold by 10 inches. 10 inches. So the length is 40 altogether. The length is going to be 40 when you open it, and the width is going to be 10.
So now I'm just going to sew it halfway.
Also, I went ahead to cut the sleeve of this top. The sleeve of the length sleeve is about 9 inches. Yeah, 9 inches. And then I also measured my arm circumference, and the lining is 8 inches. The lining is shorter because I'm going to use it to turn in the sleeve. So right now I'm going to show you guys how I fixed this rope to the top. Should we call it a rope now or a belt? Let's just call it a rope. So I'm going to teach you guys how I did this. Now I'm just going to go ahead first to lose my zip out, because I want to lay it very properly. After that, how I fixed I used half inches. Right, to actually sew it on the top. Now I just use chalk to just mark out the area where I'm going to fix it, like you see me doing like you see on the top in the video. I used the chalk to just mark everything out, and then went to my sewing machine and then just sew it there. And that point there is where I stopped, and I sealed the rope inside. The remaining stitches was inside. Now from my shoulder length to that point, there is about 14 inches. From my shoulder to that place is 14 inches. So I'll prefer use 14 inches so that it's not just very low and it's not too high. So after fixing the belt and the rope, I went also to fix my sleeve, and this is how the top is looking. So pretty, ready to be worn. You can literally pair this with a pant trouser, with a skirt. It goes on anything. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please do not forget to like, subscribe. Please, if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe to this channel, and like this video, comment, say something that you've learned. Even if you don't understand anything, I can explain to you in the comment section. Thank you so much.